Hello and welcome to episode 7 of A Teacher's Journey with your host Robert Corio Jr. I am your host for today, and today I'm recording this on Thursday. You'll be listening to this whether it's Friday or the weekend, and yeah, just wanted to I'm going to be doing this right now, talking to you today, getting my thoughts of with the week of school almost over and going into May. And just wanted to, I'm going to be sharing some thoughts about what stuff that's going on and stuff that I've been working on this week and really sharing just stuff that's happening. So today, this week, I've been working a lot with the students and working on Google Classroom and working on Google Classroom during this time and really working on it with students, answering questions and assigning tasks more onto Google Classroom where it's easier for students to find and everything. So something that I really had thought about is it's been doing this for about a month now and working on it, and it's something that I like, and something that I'm enjoying right now using Google Classroom, and it's different for me because I haven't used it on a consistent basis like I've been doing. So it's really been good and really been enjoyable about this. So um, Google Classroom is really good. I found I went to a presentation. I went to an ed camp actually a few years ago, and they had a session on Google Classroom, and I found it to be amazing. Actually, it was really amazing because with just with the stuff, how you can use it, it was really. I mean, it was only like I remember it was only a 40-minute session, and it was something where I didn't real. I wish it could have been for the whole time because it was so useful for me, and that was the only thing I got use out of, and I really enjoyed it. I wish it was longer, but now that I'm using it, I'm really being able to overall find it pretty useful. And I think a lot of things is just being able to do it. Like really just like Google Classroom what is new and but I'm learning by doing. And I think that's the way that right now everything that's going on, learning by just doing it more and more every day. And it's something that I'm getting more of a hang out of right now. Uh, Early in the week, I was a little overwhelmed because there was some things that I was missing on Google Classroom. I wasn't, students weren't getting it, and it didn't work out. I was like, oh no, how do I get this? But right now, talking to you on Thursday, it feels pretty good right now from stuff that I've been using, stuff that I'm assigning, just making sure that everyone is staying on the same page, basically. So so everything is good in that sense, and really making comments on what students are working on and really being able to work with them is really good, and it's something that I'm enjoying a lot during this time. So, um, really, again, using Google Classroom has been really good, and I think it's something that is good for everyone, and the students really like it, and I'm really liking it as well. So, um, I think it's good with the internet. Definitely, with everything that's going on, it's just easy to communicate with everyone, and it's really good because I can invite parents as well to check on stuff that's going on and making sure everyone's staying on task. And really, it's a good way just to communicate with students on a day-to-day basis. And with these kids, they're able to use it pretty easily and being able to and they can use it where on a day-to-day basis. So it's something that I'm really enjoying a lot of right now working with Google Classroom. I think with Google Classroom, it's so important to use that because I think again with everything that's going on, it's you have to be able to assign work and be able to work with them and be able to make sure that they're understanding it. So it's good to list it and being able to work on it and really just seeing what it's like on it. Really, just seeing what it's like to interact with the students and assign tasks for them to work on. I feel like with these students, again, they're really good with it, and I'm really happy with it as well. So it's something that I enjoy. I'm enjoying it a lot. So it's just again, it's there's some ups and downs, bumps with this because it's something that I'm still learning. Again, I think it's one a lot of things in life is just you're learning, and I know I'm not going to be perfect at it because again, you're not perfect. It's just that's just life. It's just life. Nothing's going to be perfect. It's nothing going to be perfect. So I think again, you just do. I'm just doing what I can right now, and being able to work and do this and learning on Google Classroom is really beneficial to everyone. It's beneficial to me, beneficial to students, and it's beneficial just to work on it and communicate with everyone. And I like the fact that I can make comments on it as well. So I can review students' work and make comments on it. So I'm pretty happy about that. So again, really, it's something where I am, I'm doing good on and working through that. So I'm making sure I'm answering questions, that I'm doing what I can. So I think with students, it's making sure that I am doing my best on it, and yeah, again, just do what I can and everything. So yeah, I mean, really not much else. I mean, not much else going on during the week. I mean, just doing the tutoring sessions also are pretty good. The tutoring sessions are going pretty well. Again, working with students. So again, using Zoom. I've been using Zoom a lot, using Zoom every day, and Zoom has been pretty well with the students. I think the students really like using Zoom, and the Zooms are pretty good for them. And it's something that I really like doing with them, because I mean Zoom is really helpful. I think again, sometimes there's some internet connectivity issues, because just internet's not perfect, nothing's perfect. So sometimes I just gotta work with what I gotta work with and do what I can, and it's something that I'm pretty happy about. Again, so using the connections and making sure that everyone is connected at the same time, that people are showing up to the times, but overall, it's really good. It's really good using Zoom. And I know there's people that use Microsoft Teams. I haven't used it myself. I can't tell you what Microsoft Teams is like using it, because I've been using Zoom more often. My only issue with Zoom is at least the plan that I signed up for only has a 40-minute limit. So if it goes past 40 minutes, it'll just sign off. But from what I was told, I asked one of my teammates about it. They said that you can just, once you log off, you can just go back, sign in, and then it will just continue as is. So if you sign off, if it logs you off, you can just log back in. So it's not that big of an issue. I don't want to be again. I don't want right now. I don't want to pay for it. But where I tutor at, I just do other things. So the Zoom is really good for me right now. I really like using Zoom, and I think Zoom is really helpful because I can see the students can see me. I could share a screen with students. Students can share their screens with me, because I had a couple of times where students were sharing screen with me about what they were working on. So that way I can just take a look at it and just really see what they were working on, seeing how they were working on it, and really just everything that was going pretty well. So I mean, it really worked out where students were able to you get that and get that one-on-one connection there, one-on-one interaction. So I'm also pretty fortunate. Again, I have a laptop that I can use where it has a camera where it just it wants to show the screen. It'll also have a light, so that way I can see it. Like it can show me a little bit if it's a little brighter out on my if it's not as bright, and just brighten me up a little bit, as they say. So it's like facing a television screen where she'll light on you, and then you stare at the camera. So again, I've been talking about, like, I'm used to I've done Skype stuff before, so I'm a little bit used to it. But Zoom was pretty new for me. But again, I was able to figure Zoom out pretty quickly. I don't think Zoom was something I was able to work on, be able to figure it out, set up the Zoom meetings, and to use the settings on Zoom, which I think is pretty simple there. So I I'm really, again, I think, but I know people that use Microsoft Teams, and they say they like it too. So I think it's something where, in the education world, I think it's going to be a big factor, just because like we can have meetings where it's more virtually. We can have discuss, like, if we want to discuss with someone, have a question, hey, we can just get onto a Zoom meeting and we can talk. So I think it's really pretty simple that way. I think even going forward with staff meetings, for per se, if people want to do a staff meeting, say early in the morning, or do a PD event, professional development event, you can just do it on Zoom. I mean, you can just do a professional development event on Zoom, where a person comes on and do Zoom, do a live presentation, everyone is participating on it. I mean, it's a little bit similar to what the website I use sometimes for professional development, EdWeb. So it's something that I use where I can go on to a recording or a live event where I can watch the video and watch and take notes and then answer questions afterwards. Very similar to what people are now doing with Zoom, where they're having Zoom events, Zoom virtual meetings, Zoom stuff for teachers, and I think this is going to be the future right now of work and especially in education. I think there's going to be kids that are going to want people are going to want to do tutoring via virtual online like Zoom, because I think it's from what I've been noticing, it's just been easier. It's just easy to do. It's something where I can share my screen. I can work with the kids one on one. It's more of a one on one basis. Again, it's not just good for the little kids, but it's also good for the for the middle school kids, for the high school kids. I see a lot of benefits for it because it's more of a one-on-one session where I don't have to get in my car and drive somewhere. I can just stay at home. I have my stuff set up. I have my laptop. I have a chair that I sit in, and I just work. I it's pretty simple actually. I find it to be very simple, very easy to use, and it's something I think again I'm really happy with. So again, with this podcast, I mean, it's something where I'm just, I'm sharing some information, giving. So I think using Zoom is pretty helpful. I recommend Zoom. I think Zoom is a really big, good thing because Zoom is very helpful with everything. Microsoft Teams, I don't know of yet because I haven't used it, but I think Microsoft Teams is also good. I would love to use some of the Microsoft Teams and try that out just to see, just to be able for me just to compare and contrast it because I think it's really hard to. I can't say my comment about Microsoft Teams because I haven't used it yet. I know some schools use Microsoft Teams, and that's something that I'm really happy with. So I mean, I think again, you just gotta try new things, and this is really helpful. So again, I think again, if you have also if you have questions, definitely ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer them on the podcast, or you can connect with me via Instagram, definitely on Twitter. So that's really helpful. I think it's one of those things where you just work on, just do what you can, and being able to teach during this time. I mean, again, I don't know some schools. I don't know when we're going back to school. So I mean, right now this is the best alternative. I mean, right now you just got. I'm just doing what I can with this, and we're all learning this. I mean, this is all new. So I know, like right now, I've been doing this virtual learning every day for about a month. This is like about less than a month now. I haven't. I mean, well, some teachers have been doing it for over a month now. So since the start. So I'm still learning this, and I think if you're in a situation where you feel like you're still learning it, don't worry. I mean, it's something where we're all learning this. I don't think it's going to be a perfect salute, a perfect. This is not a perfect situation. Think you just do. I'm doing what I can to help my students and really make sure that I'm getting the best out of them and making sure that they are doing their work and that they have that if they need help with it, I'm there to help them. Because like today, I actually was online with a couple students that need help, and I was able to do a Zoom conference this afternoon, and it worked out pretty well. So I think it's something where with the students, I think I'm just doing what I can. And it's something I'm pretty happy with. It's nothing I can really feel sad about. And I'm just doing what I can with them and really being able to work with them and be the best teacher that I can possibly be. So I think, again, using Zoom is pretty helpful. I think Google Classroom is very helpful. I think there's some other tools that teachers use, but I'm not sure what they are. But I know Google Classroom is very big, and I personally like using Google. So Google's a very good tool for me actually. So I definitely like to use that as much as possible and make sure that I am doing what I can as a teacher and being able to use it. All right, so I mean, I'm just again, these might be short. They're not really gonna be again the expectations right now. They're not gonna be short or long podcasts. It's more just getting my information, getting my thoughts out there. Something I've been going through during the week as a teacher, really, and getting seeing whatever stuff I'm going through that can help other teachers in my field. That's all. That's what this podcast is for. So again, if you have questions or comments, please put them in the you can connect with me on Instagram or on Twitter, so that way I can, if you have questions, you can ask me there, or if you so if for the comment, if you feel like this is a valuable podcast for you, you could contribute whatever you like. The link will be on the description page where you can contribute if you want to. And if you want to rate the podcast, rate and subscribe, you can do that as well. Definitely 5 stars, if however you want to rate it. Definitely rate it that you feel that, again, if you feel like this gives you value, please support wherever you can, contribute wherever you can. Thank you again for listening, and have a good, enjoy the rest of your week and weekend, and I will talk to you next time. Bye bye.